Karuga! Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello, world. It's Bird O' Prey 5. Qapla. Oh my God. Oh my God, people. It is a rough. And John Araki with a second 99-cent Super Foop Super Sticker already. Thank you, my friend. 2 99-cent Super Foop Super Stickers before I've even said anything of interest. Because I'm going to be honest, guys, I don't have a lot to say today. I am not feeling well. I am super miserable. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I literally, Mama Prey correctly assumed that I think I'm going to die. And she yelled at me for thinking I was going to die, when the reality is the solution seems to have been to just knock the oxygen up a level and take another medication and hopefully be okay. Maybe I could have done this a few days ago. It would have prevented things from getting as bad as it did, but whatever. I don't know. Right now, had I done this a few days ago, maybe that would have been okay. But right now, I just, you guys know I've been working with Mama Prey, trying to get Medicare, Medicaid. It's a big deal. Medicare, Medicaid, Uh, when you're young and you're okay, it's the kind of thing you just ignore. But when you're in my condition, the a little difference, whether it's Medicare or Medicaid, means a lot. And I need both. I need both. And so we need, we just got literally today in the mail, we just got the final letter confirming that everything worked out to my benefit. And we kind of have everything we need. Now we've got everything we need from the uh, from the service that we're making for getting I can't even explain what we're going on. Yes, Mama, pray, please
I will
bring
play.
bring them up to speed.
Okay. Hi, guys. Okay, so just to backtrack a bit of what Joe was trying to impart. Nationwide, Medicare is for retirees 65 and over or disabled under 65. Well, obviously, 15 years ago, he was deemed disabled. And since he worked for whatever many years, 10 years, 40 quarters, whatever it was, he was entitled to Medicare disability. But because, don't laugh, because he had a good job and his Medicare benefit was substantial compared to some others like mine, he also received a pension, but it wasn't called a pension. So it was, his income was way over the limit for Medicaid, which is normally the national, but it's run by the states for low-income people. And we knew his income was over, though while he was in the hospital, they applied for Medicaid to pay the hospital bill because his private insurance ran out while he was there. His private insurance had $1 million cap. And anyway, the hospital bill was over $1 million. So he did get Medicaid 15 years ago, but just to pay the hospital bill. Moving along, we didn't apply again. Well, we did at one point, and they told us that he was too ill to be at home, that he needed to go to a facility. Well, that wasn't going to work. So for 15 years, we've been handling all his medical bills, except doctors, whatever Medicare covered, on his own. There is in place in most states a ability to open a trust. A trust, you get your income, and any amount of income over a certain amount in New York State it's $1,732 that they allow you to keep. And everything over that goes into a trust. They don't take the money's in the trust. You pay your bills out of the trust. So basically, the trust can be run by a member of your family or anyone you choose, which of course is me. So Joe gets his income, subtracts $1,700 from it, keeps it, and puts the rest in the trust. And then we pay the mortgage and credit cards and anything else. The point of the trust, though, it can only be to his benefit. But because of his condition, if he was able, he could take a vacation. And on that vacation, he could take
A caregiver.
a caregiver because he needs a caregiver. He needs a caregiver so he can pay for the caregiver's food. It's kind of detailed, but that's how people that have more than the minimum income gets Medicaid. We should have done this years ago, but we were really quite okay with the way things are. I mean, we had Camille coming until COVID, and that was a little help, and that was basically all we needed. But in the last few years, I have aged instead of getting younger. I don't understand that, but we need more help. And in order for Medicaid to give you home care and cover other bills, we went through this year-long process, and it is so complicated, and I can see why people walk away, even with the lawyer, who probably made it more complicated. It took almost a year from beginning to end of the process, but we're at the end. We've got 6 other people besides myself lined up to help take care of Joe. I don't know. That's where we are. And they may start next week. We'll see. So that's where we are with the Medicaid and help in the house. And in the meantime, he feels terrible.
I am freaking the F out.
But I think a lot of his nervousness and anxiety is coming from the process we just went through. A few times, I wanted to bang my head against the wall.
I am scared. I am just so afraid. I feel so sick, and I just I worry. I don't see past next week. I don't see past. Honestly, I didn't see past yesterday. I didn't see past the day before. Each day is scary at the moment.
And the only thing scaring it is you. Come on, you can do it. It's real. Your nerves are real. But you know what? That's all that's real. You will be fine. I can understand. He looks, people say the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. The glass could be fully full, and he's thinking it's empty these days. You got to get over it. You got to get over it, honey. I know that something physically is wrong, but I don't believe it's that serious. Sorry, guys, did not mean to give that on air.
No, it's fine.
But
Might as well.
he's not feeling 100%, but somebody start a fight with him or something to get him going.
Please don't, because I don't think I have that.
You have it in you, trust me.
I don't think I have it in me.
Is LDG here? Because I know he could say something to get you going.
I would probably just,
Speak louder, number one. No, they can't hear you.
I think they can.
Okay.
I have the microphone. I don't know, actually.
But you're all the way back here. I'm going to move anyway. Everybody have a good evening. It's Friday. Have a good weekend. And
Words and Pictures says, did I misunderstand? Did you get funding? We kind of,
yes,
yeah, we kind of got funding, but we didn't quite finish. We didn't finish the process just yet. If all continues, then yes,
you were approved
we were approved.
for everything.
But it scares me. This is the problem is I never thought we would get here, and the closer we get to this, the more the chance that I just get scared that I was never
No, we don't know.
like
You're nuts.
you feel like God doesn't want me to enjoy, or not enjoy, to have life, to
Something positive. Because you will have experience.
solid with a $2 super chat. Says, we want Mom will pray photos. Start up the OnlyFans. Yes, he's trying to get me mad. They want pictures of you. LDG says he's here. And
Well, if you're decorating for Halloween, then you could have my pictures because they'd be scary.
John Araki with a 99-cent super chat. Thank you, John Araki. And thank you, Ross. LDG says, sorry, damn phone call. Bob Culture Curator says, hello, guys. Qapla, love you, Mama.
Oh, thank you.
And Stan Lee, because this is all a big scam. So Bird can become a thousandaire. Actually, a thousandaire. Yeah. No, it's there is that other thing that noticing the channel is I am very, very close to breaking the 15,000 subscriber barrier.
Our best estimates place
We're
us
at
some 4 hours.
14.9 thousand subscribers at the moment. and by all likelihood, by tomorrow sometime, we will probably hit 15,000 subscribers.
So
And,
should I subscribe now?
uh, and
I'll subscribe.
and it's just it's this was one of those deadlines that I didn't actually ever think I would see. And who knows, maybe I won't. I'm sorry, Mama. Don't hit me. But this is the way my mind works. Yeah, it didn't always work like this. You're right. It used to work better. Like,
Yeah.
it used to work like I was going to wake up and every day would be something I'd never see. I would see more, I would expect the unexpected.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I used to wake up expecting the best.
Yes.
And like what was going to surprise me today? And it was like, oh, maybe I'll be fucking going to the moon, or maybe not the moon, but maybe I'll be traveling to some private islands in the Caribbean. My boss was buying a private island before he passed away, and he was going to. Rumor was he was going to give all of us a house. Rumor was he was going to give all of us a house on his private island, and it would have been something interesting. Yvette, the lovely Yvette, with a £5 super chat, says, "Stop this negative thought, or I will fly over and smack your bum. You will get through this." Oh, thank you, lovely Yvette.
I'll open the door for her.
Stan Lee says, "Bird, friends with Salt Epstein." No. Rock Solid Productions with a $2 super chat says, "Can we just finally change places? Rocks, you don't deserve this. Whatever you did, you don't deserve this." Stan Lee passed Salty, I think. I think I might have, Stan Lee, but to be honest, I wasn't checking. But yeah, actually, I did pass Salty. I did not realize that he had dropped to like 12,000 and change. So I ended up passing Salty. I don't know. I think a couple months ago. But it doesn't really matter anymore. And frankly, it hasn't mattered. It hasn't mattered for some time because I don't know. LDG, our friend LDG at Free the Net, kind of figured out how to get anybody pretty much
Scanning. Indications negative
I
at
think
this
that
time.
anybody, pretty much any, any, any subscriber number they want, as long as they had the dollars to put into it. And you also have to be, well, you gotta play with some risk, but it is what it is. What it is. And I well, there's some debate as to how much how much um, well, there's some debate as to how much uh, how much your quality. I want to. I really want to believe. I really want to believe that my my quality has helped me along. But I think of, and I look at all these streams, and this is just another stream in a long number of streams like today, where all I'm doing is complaining, and I'm telling you guys how shitty my life is, and it's crazy. It can't be that bad, right? I mean, in the scheme of the world, I am living in New York City, but in the scheme of biology, I fucking can't get up to go to the bathroom. I don't know what the hell to do. Um, but I mean, I have. It's crazy. It's crazy. I have a fucking computer, obviously. I mean, we're streaming, but I don't know. I don't know. First world problems. First world problems. Uh, Stanley, but a dedicated 12K. Yeah, Salty's drinking back. Rock Solid Productions is Bird. So you're buying views and subs now too. No, not views. I believe just subscribers. I've been playing. I've been playing with it, Rocks. I've been playing. Stanley, for as long as you can monetize and do live streams. LDG says it's perfected now. No more risk. Your quality doesn't help if no one sees it. Hit the like button, guys, says Pop Filter Curator. Hakeem says Qapla Bird and chat Qapla Hakeem. And LDG says, I wish I could do more, buddy. I promise I will once I can. I'm sorry it's taking as long as it is. Hakeem says, I hit the like button 3 times. Lol. LDG says, you're a good man. Oh, thank you, LDG. I appreciate that. Like, so here's what kind of scares me. And I don't know how to, but when I first got sick, okay, back in 2009, and I ended up in a coma, and I don't know if there was actually any type of changeover, or if I was I had some sort of near death experience or not. But if I had, I would have said that I clearly felt I was in a heaven. I was content, and like it had taken the vision of a Hawaiian island, and my family was there, and we were all living. Hey, rock solid with a $5 super chat. Got some kissing Dax. Time for little green men and kissing Dax. That will cheer everyone up. You got us. You got kissing Dax. Rocks. Congratulations. Miranda Menace, there's greetings from the future. Do not stress yourself. Take the life like a dog. If you can, not eat it or F it, pee on it, and move on. What was I saying? Stanley says, and assume you had no kind of will or anything at that time. I didn't. I didn't have a will or anything at that time because I really didn't care. I mean, what would it really matter? If I had, I would have wanted it to just go to the family, and I'm pretty sure they knew that, and I am pretty sure that legally that's what would have happened. So had I died, well, I mean, had I died, I would have had the company health insurance plan that I had filled out, who that was to, which would have been Sissel Frey. Right, yeah, life insurance, sorry. Right, now I have a will, yeah. Yeah, now I have a will. But no, as I'm talking about, we're talking about had I died in 2009. I mean, yeah, it would have destroyed the family, I'm sure. So, yeah, I guess. I know. We'll pray. I know. That's the thing. It probably would have been easier for me, but it would have been so much harder on Mamo Frey that I feel badly for even thinking about the fact that for a while, I was kind of upset. It was like, now I've got to, I mean, it's not, I don't think, oh, it's, we're coming up on, we passed 15 years now. And, the first 10 weren't that bad. But once we hit COVID, holy shit. No, I'm not leaving it to Salty. Stanley says, yeah, I'm almost 50 and still don't have anything. Would it be the family get it? Government doesn't take it, everything? No, Stanley, the government would take, well, now that I have the trust, that's what the government takes. See, that's why the whole thing is once I die, the government takes the trust and they get that money. And to be clear, this is why you usually would put your house in a trust as well. A different trust that the government doesn't keep. But that's another few $1,000s to get set up. But my lawyer really wants me to work on that. Usually you'd put them both in the trust at the same time, because God forbid, if I did die, right now, they can't touch the house. Well, because they didn't pay anything yet. Oh, until I'm 65. Oh. Oh. So yeah, that's I highly doubt. Gorilla says no will equals the family is completely effed. Yeah, okay, yeah, if there's no will. But I have a will. And it's not going all this asking. But it's close. Outlaw Bill says Qapla, brother warrior. And all should hail Baroga. Qapla, Outlaw Bill. Random Menace says you are in a dark place today, but thank you for sharing. I'm in a dark place, Random Menace. I really am. Gorilla says my coworker's mom didn't have the will, and the government took everything, including pictures. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, Gorilla. If she was on some kind of government assistance, then maybe that's why the government took everything. Stan Lee says, Reddit's random thoughts. Yeah, government is crazy. Don't they take huge capital gains if, for instance, you try to sell your parents' house? Well, if your parents' house was worth $2 million, yeah, they probably would take some amount. But to be honest, you know, and like Sissel Bray and I have spoke about this. There, when I hear that there are people out there who are, you know, they hear about their parents, their parents, you know, that they're waiting for a parent to die because they're literally, we hear them talk about like, oh, this is my money. I'm owed this money when you know when they're already looking at their parents and they're like, well, the sooner they die, the more money they're going to have that they're going to, or like we look at each other and like this is, that is not cool. That is not a cool way of looking at things, but I don't know. I mean, is it because mom will pray and dad will pray, or just the complete different type of parent? In a way, they had, I mean, they gave everything they could to us throughout their life while they were young. I mean, like I said, I mean, when we moved home and we moved from one house to be honest, to a smaller house because we had financial problems. But Mom O'Prey and Dad O'Prey took the smallest bedroom when they moved homes. And I ended up with the master bedroom, and Sis O'Prey got the second bedroom, which was pretty much the same size she had growing up. Although when I was young, I had the smallest small bedroom, and then I got the basement, but that's a separate deal. But anyway, the point is, a lot of people I know, they got parents that are giving them houses or God knows what, and they have like a motorcycle collection or I mean, later on when I started to know rich people, I mean actual rich people, I mean they were waiting on their art collection or something, that was going to come, and they would sell it all off. And, yeah, but they were uh, just waiting for them to die. You know, like it's yeah, mom will press your phone, but yeah, I mean, we would we just we just wish we get we had another day with Dad O'Prey, and the day will come, unfortunately, and we worry. I mean, this is really what I worry about, is the day that's going to come when Mom O'Prey isn't going to be there. Roxanne says, you're too stubborn to die yet. You're right, Rox. You're right. The honest to God's truth is that I am more scared about waking up without Mom O'Prey.
I consider this mostly.
Is Camille out of the picture as help? Asked the Random Menace. Pretty much, Random Menace. She's
on disability.
She's on disability herself. She can't offer official help. She can come on occasion and say hello, or she can come over and say hello to Sassy, maybe even bring Sassy to her place. But now she has her own dog, but she has offered to still bring Sassy to her place when she can, if necessary. But yes, Mom O'Prey.
We do owe Camille
a great
debt. She found 3 of the people that are going to help us. They're friends of hers or co-workers, previous co-workers, and she vouched for all of them, which I don't know how we would have found 6 people. And that was the requirement, that we needed 6. And with Camille's help, we were able to. Yeah, I mean, I just spoke to her this morning. She was going to come here next Wednesday to stay with Sassy because Joe had a actual doctor's appointment out of the house, but needed to be canceled for other reasons. But I just called her and thanked her again. Yeah, Camille will still be a friend. How's that? Yeah. And as for being afraid of me dying, okay, this is the story. I am going to live so long that you will pray for me to go. Okay?
I highly doubt.
You're not going anywhere, and I'm not going anywhere. But maybe with the help, you will feel more comfortable to possibly get in a wheelchair and go down the ramp outside, you know? I know that you don't feel comfortable with just me in case something that I can't save you. But with other people here, I think you'll get that confidence back. I go, if you don't, I'll beat you.
You beat me.
I'll beat you. What? Like this? I'll beat you. I'm beating him, guys. Of course, it's a roll of paper towels I'm beating him with, but.
Ow. Ow. Stop beating me, Mama Pray. Oh,
That was the pillow I was hitting, not you.
sure it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Sci-Fi Nation. Says greetings, Birdo Pray 5, Mama Pray, Sassy O'Pray, and fellow nerds. All hail glorious Karoga, and of course, the God Emperor, Birdo Pray 5. Stanley says on a happier topic, did you watch the debate? We did. We did, Stan. So, yeah, I thought they were going to release a vice president. I thought Trump was going to tell us who his VP was. The Random Menace says, I told my mom to live, not to save up for us. She is helping so much anyway, mainly to my sister, due to the proximity. But anytime I ask, she comes over, no questions asked. Rock's odds is Bird of Prey. I can push you down the ramp in your wheelchair. You don't need muscles to push me down the ramp. It's coming back up. That's the problem.
It's a power chair.
Yeah, but I still. LDG says, don't worry, Mama Frey. I am sure once I can come down for a visit, that will get Bird desperate to get out of the house with the quickness. Sci-Fi Nation says, Bird was a bad Karoga. Mama Prey had to beat him.
Yeah. I can picture it now. LDG ringing the front doorbell. You will miraculously get up and run out the side door. Might work.
Might work.
Yeah. Might get you up. And say, oh shit, these legs do work. Ah, I'm joking. I would open the door for him too. Just like I would for Yvette or anyone else.
LDG says there was a debate, more like a sheets show. Words and pictures. Says, stop beating me. Gorillas says just tell Bird, Frank Sinatra, and Shatner are outside, but are outside, but he has to come out in his chair. Frank Sinatra is dead, so if I'm told that Shatner and Frank Sinatra are outside, I would imagine that you're telling me that I've just died too. And Frank Sinatra's been there, and Shatner just got there. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, I'll push Bird around. I have 25 years experience with my mom. Sorry to hear that, Gorilla. But you see, I say that, and is it sad? No, I mean, you got 25 years that you did get with your mom. Or maybe still have. I don't know. Hey, Cody guy, words and pictures, Outlaw Bill. Hakeem is laughing. LDG is laughing. Rock Solid Productions says, I didn't say nothing about pushing you back up your ramp. Take what you can get. Yeah. Well, Gorilla's Random Thought says, we will dig him. We will dig him. Gorilla says, sorry for what?
I'll be back.
Yes, Mama. Anyway, I this it was just one of those streams, I guess, where there's this is what I really think about, worry about, and I'm sorry. So it's these are the way this is the way I actually think, and it is what it is. Random Menace says Shatner's dragging Sinatra's coffin up the ramp. Surreal. Okay. Shatner dragging Sinatra's coffin up the ramp. Rock Solid says you can't pass before I hit 100,000. Well, to be honest, Rocks, I hopefully you're nowhere near 100,000 in one respect. In another respect, I kind of hope you're right at 100,000. Like, because I want you to do well. So I you know, are you at 99,000 or 50,000 or at 25,000? I'm pretty sure you're past 25,000, but who knows? Stanley said should dwell on more important things, like how terrible does that new Superman costume look? Something collar, as you get cold on fall and winter flights. Does he sometimes wear a tie with that outfit? I have no idea what they're talking about. Rockstar says 74K to go. 74K to go. Okay. So 26,000. This depression has killed my video production. I am so sorry, Rox. This is exactly the type of thing that can be picked up. But if you start paying. It's like, then what was the point? What was the point? All these years. I don't know. Mike Richards says Carogan Health is now offering Medexort. Anyway, let's check out the June holidays. June 28th holidays. National Safer Workplace Day. That is not a holiday that we that Caroga. Not a holiday in Caroga, but National Tapioca Day. We're bubbling with excitement to tell you about this less popular, though no less delicious carb. Christopher Street Day. Wear your rainbow t-shirts, step onto the street, and march to celebrate the pride of love. Constitution Day in the Ukraine. Let's unite together to learn about the history and customs on Constitution Day, Ukraine. Cream Tea Day. Drive your Corvette to work day. That presumes you have both a Corvette and a job. Family Day in Vietnam. Very happy Vietnamese family. I assume they're Vietnamese. I really can't tell. Let's rejoice together and enhance our capacity for true joy that family brings. For some reason, I highly doubt that is a family in Vietnam. I believe it might be a Vietnamese family, but it seems like they're taking a picture in like an American or European park. For whatever reason, I just don't believe that that's an actual place in Vietnam, when it very well might be. And it's probably the height of hubris to think that it's not. But I don't think it is. I just don't believe it. It is also Matarki. What the fuck? Matarki? We're taking a starry ride to New Zealand to celebrate a holiday like no other. Matariki. Matariki. National Climate Smart Skin Awareness Day. What? They say that beautiful skin requires commitment, not miracle. So let's take care of it. Okay. And National Food Truck Day. Grab a snack from your local food truck and support entrepreneurs behind them. Interesting. National Insurance Awareness Day. Insurance is one of those things that we forget about until we need it. Hey, we were just talking about insurance. National Lauren Day. Oh my God. One day, somebody remind me to say National Lauren Day. And it's not really up to it today, but it's I can I can give you guys a story. National Logistics Day. National Logistics Day. Yeah, boring. Paul Bunyan Day. Revisit the Paul Bunyan phrase with our fun and folklore-filled article. Saint Vitus Day. Today is the Serbian Orthodox Church commemorates the martyrs of the 1389 Battle of Kosovo. The Stonewall Riots anniversary. I wonder what they called riots at the time. Appreciate the efforts of all Stonewall heroes by celebrating this iconic day. And it's Tau Day or Taw Day, depending on how you pronounce it. Taw is considered more accurate than pi, despite pi's popularity. What the? Vinci Mas in Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. With costumes, parades, food, and lots of music, let's celebrate Vinci Mas in style. And finally, it's Wimbledon. The London-based event takes place on the grass, and the only Grand Slam event to do so. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. The only one to do so. Okay, and we got one Dear Bob. Dear Bob, we loved you. We love you. Signed, your fans. Thank you guys. I do. I love you guys too. I am so sorry that I'm just sorry that I find myself needing to well, exactly this. Needing to stop and ask for help. Yeah. I know that I know I'm slowing down. What, Mom? Ronald Ray believes that if I lay off the Xanax, I will not be slowing down. And I believe that would probably be true to a point, but I think that I would be overreacting and I wouldn't be able to Holy Jesus, Cinnabon has quails hatching. So cute. Oh, guys, go check out Cinnabon's stream then for sure. Those I've been watching. I've been watching his eggs. I've been watching his egg videos, and there was no, you don't get to choose. You don't get to choose when those eggs hatch. So please go check Cinnabon's stream out. If he went live, because that's you can only go live when when these eggs hatch. And huh? Little robin's egg or something. He's got like 10 little baby chicks. He put them in the the egg incubator. Yeah. Put them in an incubator, like I don't know, 16 to 19 days ago, something like that. So Stanley's was less sleepy. Switched to diazepam. Diazepam. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask my doctor. Diazepam. Although DJ Ronnie G says that stuff requires lots of care when cutting back. Never drop the dose too abruptly. Good advice. This is. JP says Bird. DJ Ronnie says I just tried writing like Yoda. It worked out. Good advice. This is. The random says you are on Xanax. No wonder you have the feeling of slowing down. I've been on Xanax for pretty much my entire YouTube career. Maybe there was like a few months at the beginning, but I kind of think since January 2016. So yeah. So yeah, and I only got on YouTube in 2018, like 2017. So yeah, I'd already
Body weight.
granted, yes, my body weight. Okay. Donald Gray points out that I weighed 100 pounds more than I did. And I will point out that I was taking twice as much. I was taking twice as much. So I did cut back by over 50%. Um, Stanley says, what happened to good old Valium? Everyone seems to get high allopurinol these days. Stanley says, random menace, especially if it's mixed with anything for pain. Knocking wood, I really don't need to mix it. The random menace is very sleepy. Yvette says, bird, there's one newly hatched wobbling around. Awesome. Awesome. JP says, bird on the meth. Stanley says, diazepam. Diazepam is Valium. Think Valium is longer lasting. DJ Ronnie G, turtle. Stanley says, good for anxiety and helps with sleep. Stanley says, those things all do basically the same thing. Xanax, Valium, Holopin, etc. Stanley says, benzos. Benzos. LDG says, Bird, did you show the nephew clip to everyone? No, I did not, LDG. Let me see. Let me see if I can do that. Um, um, hmm. Um, 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 trying to find. I don't know. I don't even know how to get it. I don't even know how to get it, LDG. This is where I'm at. Stanley says, LDG, I saw this Stay Puft skit. Stanley says, the kids still have those blue eyes. Sure he's not from Arkansas. Arrakis? LDG says, Stay Puft skit. You lost me. Get ready, everyone. This is going to be creepy. Actually, it's not going to be anything, LDG, because I can't find it. I can't find it. Cody guy is lolling, and LDG says, "Oh crap." Yeah, sorry. Well, if I make it to next week, we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it ready. All right. No more hitting. No more hitting me, brother. I got you. No. I want to thank everybody for watching. I mean, I don't know. I don't need to hang up. I don't need to end the stream, but I kind of feel bad keeping everybody here. If you guys got something you'd rather be doing, I feel like you should probably go ahead and do that. But Mike Richards says health through violence. Roxanne says, when you make it to next week, bugger. Gorilla says, make him with a Bible. Smake him with a Bible. Smack him with a Bible. I'm talking old school, heavy duty one. LDG says open panel. No, can't open panel of bed life. The Random Menace says, if I would not like to be here, I would not be here. Thank you. LDG says, or start another up. That's a possibility. Rock Solid says, Bird, can I give you a link to a watch playlist? For sure, Rocks. Give out the link. You can always, Rocks, you are a moderator. You can always give out a link. You do not need to ask permission. But that said, now that you have, absolutely. Gorilla says, Bird, all I got going on is work and watching the floodwaters recede. So that's right, Gorilla. Your entire fucking home state is a flood disaster. Random Menaces, if someone dies in a fire, do they get a discount at the crematorium. Uh, random Rock Solid puts in the link to his playlist. Mike Richards says, Bird, we are here because we like you, dumbass. And Rock Solid says, I get that. This was a link, for you specifically. Oh, okay. Well, I'll open it in a new tab. And oh, I see. Probably not for me, Rocks. Probably not. Stanley's is LDG. Should we still be expecting globe-shattering video in a few days? Or is that scheduled for end of July? I think it's June 30th. Gorilla says they finally opened the bridge so I don't have to drive 26 miles detour. But knowing the people this state hires, I'll give it a couple of days and let others test the bridge. Rock Solid's is Bird of Prey, not my playlist, just a playlist I've been listening to over the past few weeks. What could it hurt? You're right. You're right. What could it hurt? I guess it would take away from the time I have to listen to the other things I like listening to. That's really it. The fact is, I don't have a lot of downtime. Although I kind of wonder if the trouble is that I'm too busy, that I'm too, I even through the night, like I get the most time perhaps while I'm quote unquote busy when I should be sleeping. But I'm loading up video after video that I'm listening to as I fall asleep. And I think that maybe I shouldn't be listening to anything when I fall asleep.
Yeah.
I have done the videos though that say, sleep through the night, and it's just like white noise or green noise or whatever the fuck color noise. Now that's the big thing, and no real change in my sleep patterns. So that's the problem is I get something, it works once, and I try to do it again, doesn't work again. Obviously, it's much more it's much more of a, it's much more an issue than just one. It's much more complicated than a single issue. Like, for this situation, I've been in this situation before where I've had terrible sleep. I feel like terrible sleep. And like what generally has to happen at this point, and I don't want to, I don't know how to say it otherwise, but generally at this point, for me to clear this, I usually need to, one, take a big poop. I also need to take a long urination. Well, because I am, I'm at a, no, I'm over 100. I'm at, right, like today, I'm over 190 pounds. I'm up to 191 pounds. Where when I'm feeling good, I'm generally at 180 pounds. So maybe, yeah. Anyway. Roca fatty. No. Stanley's is vertebrae 5. You have a smartwatch or some device that's supposed to monitor sleep quality. Yes. Yes, I have it's a finger that a ring that you put on your finger that it's not a finger. It's a ring you put on your finger that monitors your finger, monitors your heart rate and your oxygen via your finger. It is. Gonzalez says, Bird, you don't have issues. You have a full subscription. That's true. That's true. Stanley says, 3 fingers of bourbon. I don't drink. I don't drink, Stanley. Maybe I should. The Random Menace says, I am getting about 5 hours of sleep. I do not dream. I just lose consciousness and wake up to a living alarm. You got a loving alarm? A living alarm? I guess either of those work. Yvette says, Bird, I'm glad you have put some weight on. Well, it's not.
Even that scared.
Yeah, well, that scares me, Yvette, because Um, I'm not eating. I'm not eating as much to gain that weight. So it means that the weight's being gained by probably liquid, and I'm not supposed to be gaining weight via liquid because it's, you know, I have, yeah, I'm retaining fluid probably. So that's what's causing, I didn't realize this, but that's probably what's causing the oxygen to go down, according to my doc. But now that we got the oxygen
You just need to
turned
stay
up
on the stream.
again, yeah,
Your oxygen is up, your heart rate is down.
yeah.
Just keep talking.
Well, it's up because we turned it.
Yeah, but we turned it hours before you started the stream.
Hours.
Yes.
1,
2?
2 hours.
All right.
Oh,
I'm going now. Whatever it is, it's working.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was quite surprised. Mm. Hakeem says, when I'm feeling bloated or carrying excess water, I take dandelion leaf extract to get rid of it. The gorilla says, what's this sleep you speak of? Mike Richards says, oxygen is important. It is. It is. Stanley says, yeah, maybe you should start drinking. You know, my whole life probably would have been so different if I had been a little more social. But her chant crossed when I was just about what 3 or 4, 5 years old. I gotta ask Mama Frey how old I was when I was tasked with bringing a liquor bottle to I don't know, to Dad O'Prey or something, and I thought it was Coca-Cola, because it was a dark liquid in a glass bottle, and even though it wasn't technically Coca-Cola, I figured it was a Coca-Cola knockoff, and I thought, oh, I want soda. So Mama Frey gave me this glass bottle, and by the time I took it around to bring it to Dad O'Prey, I had opened the bottle and I chugged it. I chugged it like you would see on a soda commercial. How people would just chug a glass bottle of soda. But instead of being soda, it turned out to be Johnny Walker. Mama Frey.
What?
Do you remember what it was, the alcohol I consumed mistakenly?
At 2 years old?
Yes,
Yes, it was Scott.
Scott.
I don't remember the brand.
Scotch.
It's got, uh, you jumped into the shower so fast.
Yeah.
Up until then, you just took baths. But that day,
2 years old. So was that
It-
pre-Cecil Bray or after Cecil Bray?
it was after Cecil Bray. She was tiny. It was our neighbor's birthday, Mary, if you remember. She had the 3 girls that used to come and watch you too. Anyway. And I handed it to you because I was behind the bar getting out. We're going to have a drink for Mary's birthday. And I said, give this to Daddy. Joe, it was 3 feet away, but there was a wall. And you just opened it and chugged it. Nobody saw it until you started, ah.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, it was scary.
Roxanne says, I'm starting a social networking site and no one can join.
Oh, I don't
An anti-social network. I don't know. 60 cents? I don't know. Does anybody know how much US first class stamps are? Gorilla's random thoughts. How does a woman lose her liquor? By the ears. Anyway. Uh, shall I call the caps? Very, very funny. Very funny. Random Menace. What, Mom?
Forever stamp.
68? Holy shit. A cola that burns. Um, okay, guys. Yeah. I guess this point we can call it an evening. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we can check We could check the news, I suppose. Um, Let's let's check. Let's check the news. Um, July 4th fireworks near me. Um, Sorry, guys. I have to do something. It just take a second. Don't worry about it. This looks like the Harrison guy from One Stars, but I know it's not. Um, for Democrats, replace Biden at the top of the presidential ticket, the New York Times. I think that pretty much what we saw, I don't, I don't want to go too much down the politics road, but I pretty much think what we saw last night was the media kind of forcing the issue that they know that Joe Biden cannot win, and that getting him to do this debate so early was a pretty much their last chance to get Joe to see for himself that he needs to move on. And he did. Listen, he whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, he managed to become president, older than anyone had become, and you know, he did it. He did it. He he beat the president that could not be beat, and he did that. And he's like, holy shit. So whatever. But he couldn't do it. It's unlikely. I can't imagine he could do it again, because it's very clear to even the people who voted for him the first time that he he's not particularly good. He's not particularly good at his job. And so if the Democrats could replace Biden at the top of the ticket, they probably should. They probably should. Supreme Court rules cities can ban homeless from sleeping outside. If you're homeless, I guess you'll have to sleep in a shelter. I suppose that that's the only. Well, I'm guessing that that's the option. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, U.S. Supreme Court allows city to ban homeless camps. So those are camps where everybody's got tents, and like they're all living together in like a tent society. It's the court's most significant decision on homelessness since at least the 1980s, when many experts say the modern U.S. homeless crisis began. The ruling says the local government can enforce laws against people sleeping in public places without being in violation of the U.S. Constitution's limitation on cruel and unusual punishment. The case started in the small city of Grants Pass, Oregon, where 3 homeless people sued after receiving citations for sleeping and camping outside. At a Supreme Court hearing in April, the entire city argued that criminal penalties were necessary to enforce local laws banning homeless people from public spaces for reasons of cleanliness and safety. The homeless residents where those penalties violated the 8th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution because the city did not have any public shelter. Writing for the conservative majority, in an opinion on Friday, Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote that the city's regulations on camping do not inflict terror, pain, or disgrace. He added that the law did not criminalize the mere status of being homeless, that the ban focuses more on the actions taken by individuals rather than their status alone. Under the city's laws, it makes no difference whether the charged defendant is homeless, a backpacker on vacation passing through town, or a student who abandons his dorm room to take up a protest on the lawn of a municipal building. Justice Gorsuch wrote. Justice Sonia Stollmeyer, writing on behalf of 3 dissenting liberal justices, wrote, "Sleep is a biological necessity, not a crime. Homelessness is not a reality for so many Americans." Several cities issued statements welcoming the ruling. San Francisco said it would help cities manage our public space more effectively and efficiently. And the city of Grants Pass, the center of the legal dispute, said that city leaders would meet with their lawyers to discuss the next steps. Homelessness is on the rise in the U.S., fueled in part by chronic shortages of affordable housing. Around 653,000 people do not have a home in 2023, the largest number since tracking began in 2007. They weren't tracking homeless people in 2006? Whatever. According to US government figures. There's also an estimated 256,000 people living without shelter on any given night across the country last year, according to the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Reacting to the ruling, the National Alliance to End Homelessness has said it sets a dangerous precedent that will cause an undue harm to people experiencing homelessness and give free rein to local officials who prefer pointless and expensive arrests, imprisonment, rather than a real solution. Grants Pass population has doubled to 40,000 in the last 20 years, but its supply of affordable or public housing has not. That doesn't really mean anything. Soaring housing costs has led to a sizable number of people losing their homes. Town officials responded by passing laws that fined people for sleeping or camping in public. Over time, camping in public, where the hell else are you going to camp? You can't camp in private. That would be illegal. Over time, those fines stacked up, reaching thousands of dollars for some. I guess there are private camping grounds. I didn't think about that, but yeah. Town officials, responded by passing laws that fine people for sleeping. Over time, those fines stacked up, reached thousands of dollars for some. Unable to pay for multiple citations, 3 homeless people sued the city. Their lawsuits reached the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which decided in 2022 that the restrictions in Grants Pass were so tight that they amounted to an effective ban on being homeless within the city's limits. The court had determined 4 years later in a similar case in Idaho that the Constitution bars the city from prosecuting people criminally for sleeping outside on public property when those people have no home or other shelter to go to. Meanwhile, the homeless crisis has continued to worsen. Multi-gunman is here. How's it? How's it going? Not great, multi-gunman. Not great. It's like a hobo. It's like hobo camping, says like you. Yes. Roxelle says you can't transfer funds from one candidate to another. Biden is it. Plus, for many states, you can't replace a candidate at this stage in the case of death, except in case of death. I don't know. I don't know, Rox. I mean, I do think, you know, I got. Hello. Hi, Nick. Okay. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, it's me. Yeah, I'm home. Yes. Yes. 200. Yeah, 7. Sorry, guys, that was a call. I have an X-ray coming. I gotta go get ready. They'll be here in less than 10 minutes. So sorry, guys. I guess that'll be it for today. Qapla all. Word.